I know that you've seen Dr. Banks in the functional medicine arena. Can you tell me how that has helped you?
Yes, actually, a number of times I've had my blood monitored by Dr. Banks, and I've been treated through supplements to help me keep my strength and stamina to where I need it to be.
Great. And how are you feeling since you've been on the nutritional program that Dr. Banks laid out for you?
I feel fabulous.
Now, you've been coming to Dr. Banks for functional medicine, nutritional counseling. Would you like to share your experience with that? What did you initially come in for?
Sure. I recently started with that because I had an attack of diverticulitis.
And what is diverticulitis?
It's in the colon, it gets inflamed in pockets.
When I was researching online and found Scott Banks online, what made me come to him was the fact that he can do all the blood work and the intensive blood work, which is what I needed done, and which we have done, and it's been good.
What do you think the big difference is between going to like a medical doctor than Scott?
Medical doctors, they don't run all these tests. They kind of very plain Jane and see you later, have a good time, and I didn't need that. No, that I can do anywhere, So I needed the more advanced, more, up-to-date systems that we can do now, and that's what we get here.
Scott's also very knowledgeable in terms of nutrition. His perspective on nutrition and functional medicine has really been, well, it's been in line kind of the way I think as well, because I'm not a doctor-oriented person. So I realize that the body can heal itself, and through nutrition and being lined up in many different aspects of life.
And the medical alternative for that for you was?
The doctor suggested surgery.
And I guess you didn't do that because you still have your colon, right?
I did not like that option at all.
And what was the approach at Banks Wellness Center?
A modified diet, going gluten-free, and also shake for breakfast consisting of an ultra-inflammex, fish oil, and a probiotic.
You initially came to me how long ago?
4 or 5 months ago, I'm not sure.
Right. And your initial complaints were?
Pains, diarrhea, I have Crohn's disease.
I was having a lot of problem with my joints. Like, I would play basketball and it really hurt to run. And my mom had a food sensitivity, and my back was out of place and a lot of stuff like that. So we came and we found that I had a food sensitivity to a lot of stuff, and for 6 months I couldn't eat it, and it became a lot better.
Would you classify yourself as svelte or obese back then?
Oh, back then I was a bit in crisis with metabolic syndrome and very obese.
Right, and how much weight have you lost since you've been coming to Dr. Banks?
In total now, 62 pounds.
Great, and you've been doing that through a combination of what?
Basically, an education, nutrition-wise from you on carbohydrate elimination, food elimination, and substitution of cleaner foods, better protein foods, and smart carbohydrates, if you would.
I took the all-cat test with Scott Banks, and then I found out I couldn't eat dairy, gluten, broccoli, apples, and garlic.
Nutrition-wise, I was kind of, I was stuck at a spot where I didn't feel good all the time. I kind of had this weird feelings. I've been to my regular doctor a couple of times throughout the year, telling him the same thing. There's days where I just didn't feel good. It was a weird sensation that was getting to my body that I couldn't figure out. That has pretty much gone away. I can say once in a while I still get it, but I'm about 90%. So I think that's definitely a progression. But that's where I was in my crusade here, was a feeling of awkwardness, not feeling right, like something was wrong. Or it could have been fatigue, it could have been, I don't know what it really was. But since I've been with Dr. Banks, I'm about 90%, and I think we'll reach 100% soon.
And you've been on this now for approximately how long?
A couple of months.
And how would you rate your digestive tract at this point?
My insides feel as good as ever.
And would you recommend that for other people?
Absolutely.
And how do you feel now compared to how you felt 4 years ago?
Different universe.
Right, night and day?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Big time.
And as far as like evaluation of blood work and what nutrients to take, how do you feel the direction that Dr. Banks has put you in?
Well, the blood work profile stuff all changed. It went from really, really bad to really, really good. And between the coconut oils, extra virgin, organic, and all the better substitution of oils, the blood work's gone to an A+.
Prior to coming to me, you had a surgery. What kind of surgery was that?
I had an abdominal, a Crohn's surgery, a really bad surgery.
Right.
Okay? And they said it wouldn't come back, but it started to come back, and that's why I went to here.
I've been off these foods for 6 months, and now I started to slowly introduce them, and I feel a lot better. My joints don't hurt as much.
We did a functional medicine nutritional consult a while back, and you want to just give me your experience with that?
Yeah, I just basically went wheat-free, gluten-free, and I feel better from everything from no heartburn to just feeling better. I lost about 8-10 pounds just from changing my diet, not eating less food, but just eating better food, and it definitely helped me as far as cycling goes. I have better endurance.
Okay, so when you first came into Dr. Banks, we did a thorough blood analysis, right?
Yes.
Did you find that blood analysis to be very thorough compared to?
Absolutely. I've never had one like that at all.
Never had blood work like
No,
that before?
Absolutely. And found out a lot of things that I didn't know I had.
Now let me ask you, I know that your fasting insulin levels used to be pretty high. How high
Yeah.
was your fasting insulin at one point?
32.
And what is your fasting insulin as of
Less,
this week?
less than 2.
And do you remember what your blood sugar was, your fasting blood glucose was initially?
Fasting was about 138,
And what is it now?
73 to 79.
Great. And again, you said you lost about 62 pounds of fat.
Yeah.
And with the nutrition, I thought it was just because it was I was growing and it wasn't that. So we came here and found that foods could hurt me and that could hurt my joints. And so it did help me, so it's better to know than to keep eating those foods and keep being hurt.
Now, you were in pretty good shape before we did the functional nutritional consult, but as a result of that, I think you're what's better since you've been on the nutritional plan, using the change of the gluten-free diet, plus a couple of key nutritional supplements, if I remember. And what was our treatment approach?
Different inflammatory powders and stuff like that, but probiotics, fish oil, vitamin D. I take them all. There's another one to help me stop going to the bathroom.
Medibulk.
Medibulk.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of a couple
all
things.
Different things, right? I take it in a drink in the morning.
Right. So we gave you a medical food that was very anti-inflammatory to heal your gut,
Yes.
a very potent probiotic, some real good fiber to add bulk to your bowel movements, a fish oil which is very anti-inflammatory, and you were very low in vitamin D, so we gave you a nice large dose of vitamin D, which also lowers your antibodies to attacking yourself. On a scale of 0 to 10, how bad were you when you initially came in?
10.
All right, and on a scale of 0 to 10, at this current time, which is maybe 4 months, how would you rate yourself now?
I'm going to really say a 2.
I have more energy all the time, don't feel as sluggish, and have more endurance. I can ride longer, and like I said, a big thing was things like heartburn. I can't even remember the last time I had heartburn just from getting rid of gluten and wheat.
Would you recommend the functional medicine approach that Dr. Banks recommends
Oh,
to
yeah.
other people that are hurting out there?
Oh, God, it's like, yeah.
And you said something to me before about great minds in the functional medicine arena. Mm-hmm. Share that with the audience.
Well, it's true. Out of about 110 books that I've read over the last 3 years, there's only a circle of small amount of doctors that I would say have it, and that you're one of them. In fact, you're the top one as far as having the knowledge from all the books. You're hitting all the right notes, and my blood work and my weight stabilization and education of what to do and not to do, nutraceutically included especially, has been A+.
Would you recommend people that are not feeling great to do a functional nutritional consultation with Dr. Banks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you recommend this type of treatment for somebody that is thinking about having a surgery on their bowel, or somebody that's thinking about going on medication?
Absolutely. In fact, I stopped the medication already that I was on for it. It was doing nothing, and this is really actually helping me. And I would tell anybody who's going for surgery not to do this first because I wish I had done this.
Thank you. And would you recommend a gluten-free diet for customers?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel better, actually, without all the wheat and stuff. I like the gluten-free.
And today we went over genetically modified foods and how gut-wrenching that combination of wheat, gluten, and genetically modified crops can be on your digestive tract,
Right.
and in combination with all the antibiotics that are in food sources out there.
It
So
amazed me.
great. And keep up the good work. Appreciate it. Thank you.